Welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live. This is our Pickaway County special edition on a Wednesday. I'm your host, Mike Smith, and joining me today is Michelle Callahan, longtime employee there at the Pickaway County Library, but she's currently the interim director. Michelle will be talking about some upcoming programming and other plans for the library here in the near future. Our special edition today brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Pickaway of Opportunities is a scholarship program. It can include the crew members and it can include managers. The scholarship is $2,500 for crew members and it's $3,000 for managers. For my store alone, we've had $35,000 go out just in 1 year. And for all 7 of our stores, we had $66,000 in scholarship funds.
And don't forget all of the locations: 4 in Chillicothe, 1 in Circleville, Waverly, and Greenfield. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Mike Smith back with you on this Litter Media Live special edition for Pickaway County. We do this show on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday mornings of the month. We focus on Lancaster, Fairfield County on the 1st and 3rd of the month. Michelle Callahan of the Pickaway County Library. And Michelle, you were telling me 19 years now at the library?
Almost 19 years. It's been a fun ride. Every day is different at the library, that's for sure.
Now, I understand here of recent, you've had some extra duties administratively put on you.
Yes. I've been serving as the interim director, and you can still apply, Mike, if you're interested. April 16th is the deadline for that. So we hope to have a new director this summer.
Now, if you've been through Pickaway County, here's the library, which is up on North Court Street now. For many years, it was in Memorial Hall, correct?
That is correct. And I never worked in Memorial
Really?
Hall. We've been in the new location at least 19 years.
Well, that's how old I am, because I can remember when it was at Memorial Hall, but this is where it is now. Now, concerning branch libraries, where are they all located?
We have one branch library, the Floyd E. Youngkin Branch Library in Asheville. Mm-hmm. It's at 51 Long Street in Asheville. And we also have the bookmobile that goes all over the county.
For those that maybe haven't yet stopped into the North Court Street location, a nice building, very roomy, a lot of space there. I know the day that I took that picture, you had the blood drive in there, I think, that day.
That was a busy day. We had all of our meeting spaces in use that day. So, yes, we renovated the library in 2010, 2011. And just from the generosity of our community, we were able to do that full renovation and expand our youth area, as well as add more space for a teen zone and a computer lab.
What have you found in relation to libraries and the internet? I can remember doing an interview probably 15, 20 years ago that people were saying, oh, no, I don't know what this is going to do. But the libraries still seem to be thriving.
Yes, we offer resources to those who may not have high-speed internet access at home, Wi-Fi service. We also loan hotspots to people who can take those home if they don't have high-speed internet at home.
And I have noticed there's a number of people that do come into the library. Maybe they live in a rural area where they have no internet. You know, you mentioned that what you're doing to try to help them, but it seems like a lot of people still like coming into the library, even if it means getting on the internet.
People love the library. I have been told so many times, I love the way it smells. I'm like, really?
It's like a new car or something, yeah.
Yes, it's a book smell, evidently, but I don't recognize that.
Well, when you're there every day, you're probably becoming new to it.
Maybe that's it. But people do come, and we have regulars who come every day, read the newspaper, and go about their day.
A lot of times you've seen probably on our littermedia.com website, Michelle will send us some upcoming programming features for a particular month, and we always post that on our website. Here we are as we do this interview live in mid-April. What remains for the rest of this month before we jump into what's coming up in the month of May?
Well, in April, we have all our story times going on. We offer story times 3 times a week, and sometimes 4 when we go to our Youngkin branch every other week. Mm-hmm. So this month we have a craft coming up on Saturday. We do crafts for youth and adults on the 3rd Saturday of every month. We also do an additional youth craft on the 1st Saturday. So that's coming up. We also have so many things going on April 29th. That's a busy day in the Circleville and Pickaway County area. But we have sunflower story time and how to grow healthy houseplants. The master gardeners in Pickaway County are helping us put on those two programs on April 29th.
Okay. What does May look like?
Oh, May, we have
Swamped.
we have a tea tasting coming in May, and Christy Renner from Amarissa Woods Tea Shop in Chillicothe here is coming up to Circleville to do a tea tasting for us on May 11th. We're also going to do 2 Zumba sessions, get you in shape for the summer for all that yard work that's going to go on. And something big that we've been doing, we started in January, is a live team trivia night at a local restaurant. We go to the Thirsty Parrot, so we're not at the library.
Yeah.
You purchase your own food and drinks. And we've had great success with that. People really like the low-key atmosphere, and it's just kind of fun.
What's this fame activity?
Fashion, art, and music is put on by our local Board of Developmental Disabilities, and it's a fashion show. They have artists come in, and it's all at Rhodes Garden Center in Circleville.
Okay. Seems like last summer you had some type of an educational program for secondary age students. Am I dreaming that, or was that something that took place where you had some type of it seemed like there was some type of an educational program. Maybe I dreamt that up. Maybe that's an idea you can
Well, thanks for
put
that
in.
We do partner with a lot of organizations. I can't think of what the secondary one might have been. We did just finish the Battle Over Books with 4 local high schools that participated, and they answer trivia questions about books, 10 books that they've read over the course of the school year. And this is all pleasure reading that they.
Is that, would that put us in mind of the old TV show we used to, like the high schools competing against one another?
Like In the Know?
Yeah, something like that.
A little bit. I feel like it's more of a Jeopardy style.
Yeah, okay. How did that go?
It was great. We had 40 students participating, teams of 5. They have to buzz in, and we had the Friends of the Library serve as scorekeepers and timekeepers, and some volunteers from the community read the questions to everyone. So
we talked about April, what's left of it, and then the month of May. What happens to the library during the summertime?
we celebrate reading all summer long. We have a summer reading challenge. We're asking our community to read 600,000 minutes.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Wow.
So last year we had 300,000 minutes as our goal, and they blew that out of the water. So we thought we should up the goal this year. So
this is open to the entire community, not just youth.
that is correct. Adults can participate, kids. We use an app called Beanstack, and you register on that, and it will help you keep track of your minutes so it's not a cumbersome activity. And families seem to enjoy it. We also will offer prizes if you're using the Beanstack app. Once you reach certain goals with your reading over the summer, you're eligible to win some door prizes.
And that goes through what month?
We start that in mid-May, and we run it through August 3rd. I had to stop there and think.
With schools starting, going back to how old I am, we used to start school in early September. Now everybody's going back in early to mid-August. So
Yes.
kind of affects what you're doing.
Right. We notice a sharp drop-off in our programming attendance numbers in August because everybody's on the back-to-school mode.
Yeah.
So.
I know I asked this question of other organizations. I know sometimes you compare notes maybe with other libraries. You said you had a conference that's coming up that you're going to be participating in and probably visiting with librarians all over the United States.
Well, actually, this one that I'm going to at the end of April is for children's museums. Our library has some space that we have leased to the Pickaway County Community Foundation, and we're developing a children's museum called Inspiration Station. And it's 9,000 square feet. We're in the fundraising stage to remodel that space, and we'll have exhibits that will be available for children from toddlers up through age 15.
Okay. Now, going back to our picture of the front of the library, what you're talking about, Michelle, is that on the far left, or where would that be at the library?
It'll be the far left toward the rear of the building. So it's actually the northeast side of the building. It used to be leased by a doctor's office and Berger Health System, but that lease has expired, and so we have a long-term lease with the Community Foundation for Inspiration Station.
Yeah, obviously that side of the building's not completely in this photo, but if you were to be looking at it, there's still a good bit of building space on the far left of the atrium when you come in the door there. Any kind of a new projection on when they will start working on getting that built?
I am hoping that they'll start construction as early as this summer, maybe a little bit later in the fall, and we're hoping to have it open next year.
Great. I know the Rotary clubs in Circleville were a big part of fundraising, among other organizations.
Yes, we have a very generous community, so we're looking forward to having that open soon.
Of course, Chillicothe has a dedicated museum, but theirs is not attached to a library. How do you hope to try to put those two elements together so that they'll be able to benefit from both sides?
Well, the museum will be science-based, and of course there's lots of reading involved with science, so we will do joint programming, and we will also have books and resources to help support what they're learning at the Children's Museum. And there will be a secret door that goes from one space to the other.
Okay.
And we hope to use that from time to time with our library programming as well.
Very good. Anything else about what's coming up at the Pickaway County Library through the summer months, or even as far down in the road as the fall and winter?
Well, this summer, we will have a lot of special presenters at the library, and we partner with our Parks Board. So we'll be going out to, I think there are 7 park days that we're doing, and they're different parks. We have a story walk trail at Metzger Preserve, which is in Williamsport, and we will be going to Canal Park with several programs, including story time, but we also have special presenters that we'll bring in this summer. We have magicians and comedians, and we have all types of animals. The reptile cool critters came in last year to Canal Park, and we had like 150 people in this little tiny shelter house. People really like their reptiles.
Yeah. My wife and I was just out at Canal Park earlier this week. We drive by there a lot because my wife likes to go down Canal Road to see the birds in the water in the canal. But I've noticed that they are building looks like a walkway on the towpath, but it's not finished yet.
I haven't been out there in a while. They redid the parking lot last year, and I believe they're building a handicap accessible playground there as well. Yes. Yep. So we're excited about that.
There is so much history out there. I know there's probably a lot of people that drive by that and haven't taken the time to stop. There's some placards up that explains the history. The dam there was built back in 1830 or 1831. Of course, the towpath is where the mules would walk with a cable or rope attached to the canal boats, and I mean, good grief, those came all the way from Lake Erie and went all the way down to the Ohio River, and that's coming right through our backyard.
Right, right. And that my husband and I enjoy walking there. The grassy path is a little more challenging, but it also connects to Pickaway Trail, which is a paved path.
Yeah.
So it's a nice place to walk.
Yeah. Speaking of history, I'm sure that you have a great selection in the library that talks about not only the history of the state of Ohio, but probably our community as well.
Yes, we do. And if we don't have it in our library, we can get it for you because we share resources with 16 other libraries through the Central Library Consortium. And that includes Columbus Metropolitan Libraries, Marysville, London, Alexandria. So we cover all of Central Ohio, and we have a delivery system that delivers 5 days a week. So usually it only takes a couple of days if we don't have it on our shelves, we can get it for you from another library.
What are the hours of the Pickaway County Library?
Well, we're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we are also open Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays 1 to 5.
Sunday open?
Yes, so the main library is open 7 days a week. Our branch library is open 5 days a week, but similar hours.
That's fantastic. You mentioned, of course, Asheville. That's such a growing part of Pickaway County. I mean, there's houses going up everywhere, warehouses. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe one of these days that'll be bigger than Circleville. I don't know.
Maybe so. I do want to mention we did a mini remodel of our Yunkin Branch Library, and we added a drive-through window, and people love that. We have one at the main library, which we added during the pandemic. And then we added one at the Yunkin Branch this fall, and you can just put your books on hold and then drive through the window to pick them up. And it's easy service.
I'm sure you have a website or Facebook or some type of social media where people can get more information.
Yes, our website is pickawaylib.org, and we also have a Facebook page that we keep active, as well as an Instagram that we're pretty active on. So.
Well, Michelle, we certainly appreciate your coming down to visit us today and get us up to date on what's happening with the Pickaway County Library and Asheville branch over the next several months, and we'll have you back sometime.
Well, I would love that. Thank you so much.
Again, Michelle Callahan, serving currently as the interim director, but she's been there at the library for almost 2 decades. That sounds so old, doesn't it? Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Yeah. But go up and visit them there. Again, if you driving up on North Court Street, there's what it looks like. Give a shout out there and stop by and see the great selections that they have at the Pickaway County Library. Michelle Callahan has been our guest today on this Litter Media Live special edition for Pickaway County, brought to you by your local McDonald's restaurants. I'm loving it. Don't forget to stay tuned for our Daily Topics program coming up at about 11 o'clock today on Litter Media Live. I'm Mike Smith.